Number 3, kicking us off for the Brock Lesnar Roman Reigns trilogy is WrestleMania 34. What a waste of time! Oh my god. Because the biggest thing here, and I want to make this clear, I like Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns. I'm fans of their work. I love what they have done for WWE. So by all means, I am a fan of Brock and Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns has had some great bangers. Brock Lesnar, I think they are two of the all-time best in WWE. But unfortunately, I'm going to say this trilogy is not one of the reasons why that it adds to my level of love for what they do in the business here, but it's a part of the trilogy. So when it comes to Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar WrestleMania 34, here's my issue with this match, and it's not even so much them. It's the booking of it, really. Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns, when it came to WrestleMania 34, well, first of all, we were there in person, WrestleMania 33, when Brock Lesnar got the Universal Championship, and if you go back to 2017, there was a lot of guys that got hot. Braun Strowman with the audience, Samoa Joe, like it was clear that, oh man, while WWE's pushing Roman Reigns, there's some people right here that could benefit, and you're figuring, okay, Brock Lesnar's a part-time, no harm in taking the title off of him, let these full-timers get a run with the title, and you can have Brock take it back when you come. But no, they kept the title on him, and he was barely showing up to defend the title and stuff. And I was looking at a lot of the build-up where they were trying to put it like Roman Reigns is not Vince McMahon's favorite. Instead, Brock Lesnar is Vince McMahon's favorite, and Roman Reigns is going to represent all of the WWE universe to fighting up against Vince's boy, because he's a part-time champion, and all this stuff. And man, they were trying. Vince with the booking was trying super hard, but the fans just were not buying it. And at this point, the Roman Reigns experiment was like 3 years in deep in terms of them trying to push him as the baby face, and it's like if he felt like he was coming off as John Cena 2.0. And hey, I like Roman Reigns. I thought Roman Reigns was a great talent, but I wanted to see just let Roman Reigns be himself. But they were not doing that, and that's another thing going back to this feud. And so there was a lot of guys that were, I have to say, sacrificed on their way to this match. And I was at the point when this match happened, okay, just go ahead and get it over with. Have Roman Reigns beat Brock Lesnar to justify why you had to undercut Samoa Joe and Braun Strowman when these guys could have had a run with the title during that year or something. And so we get to this match, and it is absolutely brutal. Like, in terms of brutality, I mean, Roman Reigns bleeds. The crimson mask, the crimson chest, I mean, he is a bloody mess in this match. Brock Lesnar gives him everything, multiple F5s through the announce table, and the fans are not cheering for any of it. There's something often said that people love the Attitude Era because, man, we had all the cursing and the blood and the violence. But I agree with, shout out to my boy Aaron Riff of NoDQ.com. He always said the same thing. He said, yeah, that stuff gave them more freedom in the Attitude Era, but, you know, as he always likes to mention, make no mistake about it, it's the characters, it's the storylines and what was behind it. It's not the fact that Rock and Austin cursed, it was the way they said it. It was not the fact that there was brutal and violence, it's the reason behind the violence. Did the story make sense of it? I always go back to the TLC matches.
It's not that they got to curse and everything bled and everything else. It's just more so how things were executed. And
exactly.
And and it's just like, ooh, they cursed and stuff. Ooh, maybe they'll like it's not how things were executed. The Attitude Era was great. Not because people cursed and did stuff like that. I mean, I'm pretty sure there are people out there that liked it like that, but it's not, the Attitude Era was great because people went out there and they had more freedom to be themselves, and they were able to go ahead and they were able to execute these things.
Exactly. That's a good point, and that's the thing about it. And it's like I always say with like the TLC matches, it's like, oh, the TLC, they had these great high spots, but it all still made sense. Edge and Christian were the chair guys, the Dudleys were the table guys, the Ladders were the Hardy guys, and they used it to beat each other up, and they said, screw it, we're just gonna make a TLC match, and now all three it made sense. With this, you had all the brutal, bloody brutality you could want in this match, and the fans did not care. And this match is I think the epitome of putting that expression. It's not the blood, it's not the violence, it's the cursing, it's the reason behind it. And if the story behind it, it adds to it. If you're just doing it there and fans aren't buying what you're selling, it's not going to work. And I think that's what really harmed a lot of this match. But I always look at this match too, because I'm like, for all the brutality, I thought if you're going to make Roman Reigns look like this superhero, yeah, having him get hit with 6 F5s and overcome the odds is brutal and bloody and slay the beast. It's a fantastic way to put Roman Reigns over. Even though, like I said, I really wasn't a fan of the way Roman Reigns' character was presented, I'm like, that's the biggest way you can do it. And when he hits that 6 F5, Roman ends up losing. And I was like, I remember watching it. We were at the I think we were at the one of the sports restaurants when we were watching this. I know you were there in person, man. Triples are one, but we were with two of our other friends, and I was like flabbergasted. I was like, what? You got to be kidding me. Not because, like I said, I'm so happy Roman won. I'm like, just get it over with. I'm like, do you want to go with this guy or not? How do you sit through a whole year sacrificing all these guys that could have been on top just to have Brock go over Roman? And I'm like,
2 years.
2 years. And then here's my thing: whether you like Roman or not, if you're trying to position this guy as the top guy, what's the sense in having him go out there, get brutally beaten to a bloody pulp? Sure, he showed he had heart, but then you just do that, and the matches that followed afterwards weren't much either for it. So it's like, man, I think, and I've often heard many people say they remember this match as being a waste of time. And you get that even moment where Brock Lesnar gets back to behind the scenes and he throws the Universal title at Vince McMahon, because apparently it's always been speculated or maybe even rumored, I don't know if it's been confirmed, he didn't like the reaction. He didn't like that he did everything out there to come off as a beast, and Roman did everything to come off as defiant, and the crowds chanted over it. This match, I think easily, it just leaves a sour taste in the mouth, and I had to go back and watch this match. If I was not a content creator, I hadn't watched this match since it first aired. I only went back to watch it most recently now for the purposes of this content. But if I don't have any content to make about it, this is certainly not one of the matches I'm like, you know what, I need something to do for the next 20-30 minutes. Let me watch Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns for WrestleMania 34. So yeah, I think easily you can see why it's our number 3. Now, that was me watching. You were actually in the stadium with the audience. Tell us about the atmosphere, because it sounded like y'all gave no F's about anything happening in this match. Man, 001, what was it like being there in person?
Oh yeah, for us it was just like, come on. For us it was like, come on now. Some people were expecting Roman to win, or Brock to win in some screwy finish or something like that. And I was just like this, for us it was like, come on now, let's get this over with. Let's make this happen. It's either we're gonna shit or we're gonna get off the pot. That's what's good. That's what it is. And it's just like it's like they just keep on it was like, come on now. Because watching that, it was just like a colossal waste of time. You sit up there and you have Roman Reigns. He's supposed to be the working class hero, and he's supposed to be this guy that's supposed to stand up, and you got him built up for 2 years. You finally have something there. You finally get, let's get this over with. Let's make this happen. You finally get some of the people who were booing him from the last couple of WrestleManias. The last few WrestleManias, as a matter of fact, you finally get them on the same page, and you flub it up like that, You flub it up. You mess it up. Let's shout out Simon Miller. You flub it up like that, And it's just like, you have people who pay good money to be there, and come on now, it's just like y'all wasting people's time, and it's like y'all trying to hit. It's like when you have an artist and they're playing their songs, and they got Roman Reigns out there cursing and bleeding, and Brock Lesnar doing all of the violent stuff. Yeah, but it's incoherent psychobabble. That's what it is. It's incoherent psychobabble that's ultimately a waste of time. You know what I mean? Like I said earlier, it's not about the fact that they did curse or they did use blood and they did use, violence, stuff like that. It's how you use it. You know what I mean? It's how you use it. It's just like if I said I need to go down the street, I'm going to ride my car, and I get on the roof of the car, and I wonder how come it's not starting up. I put the keys in there, Well, why come they're not starting up? Come to find out, I locked the keys in the car. Why? Like, what is the point of this? Come on now. It's not going to work. You know, it's definitely not going to work. I mean, like, what I mean? It's like the whole show had just gone by. We're just trying, we're just trying to bring this thing to its logical conclusion. We already had disappointments from earlier in the night. It is just like, yeah, come on now. Let's just put us out of our misery already. I mean, but WrestleMania week was fun. It was exciting, of course, but come on now. This is a match that we could have done without. I mean, hell, like the Royal Rumble winner wasn't even in this match. So it was just like they could have put somebody else in there. They could have put Braun Strowman in there. They could have put Samoa Joe in there. They could have had AJ Styles, versus Shinsuke Nakamura main event this show. Or if they really wanted to do something interesting and compelling, how about we have Shinsuke Nakamura versus Brock Lesnar?
Call back to the New Japan match. Yep.
I'm a person who's allergic to pork, and I will put a ham sandwich over this match. Let's see. The less said about this, the better. Let's keep moving.
Yeah, let's move on to the next one. And I didn't mind them doing the match, but it's like, okay, have Roman Reigns win. It's the fact that Roman Reigns didn't even win this match. Then it's like, what was the purpose? Like I didn't see it. Like, if you're a fan of Roman Reigns, wouldn't you have wanted to see him win this match? If you weren't a fan of Roman Reigns, but you just wanted to finally move on from this, like it was Roman Reigns winning was the best outcome here, and Vince didn't go with it. Alrighty, let's move on to what we ranked as